Good evening. Today is 21st and 22nd December. 22nd December. Today is the 23rd December actually. So now we discuss 21st and 22nd December का जो editorial है उसके बारे में हम discuss करेंगे. तो अब it is presented by me. My name is Surya Kumar Dakua. Okay, with the University. Now we start our discussion. Okay. A unkind postscript. Okay. सेकंड है एंजल्स मार्केट चैलेंज. तो ये दोनों जो एडिटोरियल है बहुत अच्छी है, तो हमने इसको डिस्कस करेंगे. उसके बाद देखिए जयललिता's मस्टी क्यू. ओके, इस तीनों आर्टिकल बहुत अच्छी है, तो इस तीनों के बारे में हमने डिस्कस करेंगे. ओके, यहाँ पर देखिए क्या लिखा हुआ है. द सी अंडरस्टूड वेयर टू बी फ्लेक्सिबल एंड वेयर टू बी रिजिड. ओके, while scraplessly avoiding tampering with the policies of caste, she imparted a new meaning welfare economics. देखिए नेक्स्ट देखिए यहाँ पर क्या बताया. गवर्नमेंट रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया अरिजित पटेल said there is a confluence of thought of the government and the central bank to deal black money by removing existing 5,000 and 500 and 1,000 rupees notes. Okay, illegal tender. Now just about 10 days before the deadline to deposit these banks notes into accounts. Okay, a similar confluence of ideas has led to stunning decision to make it harder for people to do so. The new caveats announced on Monday restricting deposits over which is 5,000. Okay, are not just difficult to fathom. Okay, but also constitute an unfair. Okay, constitute an unfair change in the rules of the game. Those opting to disclose unaccounted income under the new amnesty scheme, the Pradhan Gram Garib Kalyan Yojana phase 2 restriction on depositing old notes. Okay, but anyone depositing it is 5,000 but more into the bank's account will have a satisfactory explain banks officials. सो अब देखिए इसको बारे में हमने डिस्कस कर लिया पहले. तो गरीब कल्याण जो योजना है प्रधानमंत्री ने लॉन्च किया है. ओके, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर है सजेस्ट दैट सच एक्सप्लेनेशंस विल नॉट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एनीवन मेकिंग डिपॉजिट्स फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम अपार्ट फ्रॉम द ह्यूमन टेंडेंसीज. ओके, व्हेन a deadline nears there could be genuine reasons for people not to have acquired at banks be till now. Okay, तो यहाँ पर बैंक्स के बारे में बताया गया है क्या ना क्या अब कैसे कितना रुपया आप बैंक्स में आप दे सकते हैं. तो इसी बारे में इसको एंड आपको कितना परसेंट जो अमाउंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा, तो इसी बारे में आपको दिस आर्टिकल है. तो प्लस देखिए ओके, ये हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है पहले दिन में. तो द फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर है सजेस्टेड टू डबल containing may have slow skewed the numbers, but banks have diminished that possibility. The latest flop to make deposits difficult appear suggested that the government itself panic mode of bold government. Okay, next देखिए ये है 22nd का जो आर्टिकल 22nd का जो एडिटोरियल है इसके बारे में. टाइम फॉर ए पॉलिसी शिफ्ट. ओके, द अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर शुड बी reoriented towards non-household units to provide efficiency gains. Okay, द अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो सेक्टर है जो शुड भी होगा क्या ना reorganized towards non-household units to provide efficiency gains. Okay, questions about appointment. Okay, जो appointment बारे में हम देखेंगे. Leopards in a soft spot. There is a legal and ethical issues related to how we deal with wild animals. Okay, so which venture into human dominated landscapes. Okay, landscapes. इलीगल एंड इथिकल इशूज है रिलेटेड टू हाउ हम कैसे उसको डील करेंगे, हाउ वी डील विद वाइल्ड एनिमल्स विद वेंचर टू इनटू इनटू ह्यूमन डोमिनेटेड लैंड्स के बारे में बताया गया है. ईयर ऑफ लिविंग डेंजरसली, ओके, along with a disturbing rise in attacks on army campus across Jammu and Kashmir, the line of control, the international boundary in the states, and also alarmingly tense today. Next देखिए ending the Manipur blockade again. ओके, उसके बाद देखिए ए चांस फॉर पीस इन सीरिया, शिफ्टिंग गोल पोस्ट एवरी सिंस demonetization took effect. We have witnessed a number of sudden change in the government to stand an unkind postscript. It is obvious that the government did not have a road map to begin with. Okay, the government did not have a road map to begin with. The burden is now being borne, okay, by poor and downtrodden who find the difficult to keep themselves informed. Public interest in the government has also been undermined. Okay, public trust in the government has also been undermined. The problem lies not in demonetization but in the haphazard, unplanned and skewed way of policy implementation. Okay, देखिए नेक्स्ट देखिए ए ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री ऑफ द अलेप्पो बैटल. अलेप्पो के बारे में हमने पहले भी हम सोच चुके हैं, तो हम इसको भी डिस्कस करेंगे. ए बैटल फॉर द सिटी हैज़ ब्रॉट सीरिया टू ए क्रिटिकल क्रॉस रोड्स. हाउ द वर्ल्ड डील्स विद बशर अल असद may well define the country's failure. Okay, उसके बाद देखिए फाइंडिंग द मिसिंग चिल्ड्रेन. ओके, तो उसके बाद हमने फाइंडिंग करेंगे, फाइंडिंग ऑफ मिसिंग चिल्ड्रेन के बारे में कुछ आर्टिकल पढ़ूंगा, समझूंगा. तो अब इस बार देखिए कि मैं डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ 21 दिसंबर का जो आर्टिकल है, एडिtorial है, डिमोनेटाइजेशन एंड अनस्किल्ड अनकाइंड पोस्टस्क्रिप्ट. ओके, उसके बारे में हम जानेंगे. तो उसके बाद देखेंगे क्या एंगुला मार्केल्स चैलेंज. ओके, उसके बाद देखेंगे गुड्स सिग्नलिंग, कहाँ पर गुड सिग्नल मिल रहे हैं, एंड दिलसुखा नगर लेसन्स. उसके बाद देखेंगे ओके, वो हम इस 4 आर्टिकल को हम डिस्कस करेंगे. देखिए डिमोनेटाइजेशन एज अनकाइंड पोस्टस्क्रिप्ट के बारे में. इन नवंबर द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया उर्जित पटेल said there was a confluence of thought in the government and the central bank to deal black money by removing existing which is 5,000 and 1,000 notes as legal tender. देखिए नवंबर में जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ रिजर्व बैंक का जो इंडिया का जो गवर्नर है उर्जित पटेल है, सेड उन्होंने क्या कहा ना, कॉन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ थॉट. ओके, इन द कॉन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ थॉट इन द गवर्नमेंट व्हेन द सेंट्रल बैंक जो है डील किया है विद द ब्लैक मनी बाय रिमूविंग एक्सिस्टिंग, बाय क्या रिमूव करेंगे एक्सिस्टिंग 500 एंड 1,000 रुपये नोट को एज लीगल टेंडर में. ओके, नाउ जस्ट अबाउट 10 डेज बिफोर द 10 डेज बिफोर में क्या देखेंगे, द डेडलाइन जो है टू डिपॉजिट दीज. देखिए नाउ just about 10 days before में the deadline to deposit these banks note into accounts is similar. This banks note में हमने क्या देखा accounts में, a similar confluence of ideas has led to a stunning decision to make क्या करेंगे, to make it harder to people to do so. Okay, then the new caveats announced on Monday में अनाउंस हुआ है. तो रेस्ट्रिक्टिंग डिपॉजिट्स ओवर रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया गया है. ओवर जो अब अगर आप 5,000 से ज़्यादा अगर डिपॉजिट कर रहे हैं तो आर नॉट जस्ट डिफ़िकल्ट नहीं होगा टू फॉर बट ऑल्सो कॉन्स्टिट्यूट एन अनफेयर चेंज होगा. ओके, इन द रूल्स ऑफ द गेम. ओके, those opting to disclose unaccounted income. ओके, यहाँ पर अनअकाउंटेड जो इनकम है आपको डिस्क्लोज कर दिया गया है. ओके, disclose income under the new amnesty ओके, ये स्कीम में द प्रधानमंत्री गरीब गरीब कल्याण योजना फेस क्या कर रहा है, क्या फेस कर रहा है? नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन डिपॉजिटिंग ओल्ड नोट्स। ओके, नो कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है, नो रेस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन डिपॉजिटिंग ओल्ड नोट्स। ओके, कोई भी रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है ओल्ड नोट्स को डिपॉजिट करने के लिए। ओके, 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 नो बैंक अकाउंट, तो यहाँ पर नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन है। तो बट एनी वन डिपॉजिटिंग 5,000 मोर इन बैंक अकाउंट, कोई भी अगर कोई भी 5,000 रुपये का ज़्यादा आप डिपॉजिट कर सकते हैं। नो टू हैव टू सेटिस्फैक्टरी एक्सप्लेन टू बैंक ऑफिशियल्स। ओके, वाई दिस वाज नॉट डन अर्लियर, क्यों नहीं ये पहले हुआ, पहले किया? तो however the finance minister has suggested that the such explanations will not be required for anyone making a deposits for the first time. Okay, the finance minister जो है उन्होंने suggest किया है जो such explanation है, जो explanation will not be required for anyone making a deposits, okay, for the first time। जो कोई अगर कर रहा है, anyone कोई making a first deposit किया है फर्स्ट टाइम में, अभी जमा कर सकते हैं। apart from the human tendency to act only when a deadline nears। okay, okay, so okay, there could be the genuine reasons for people not to have acquired at banks till now, okay, including their faith in the Prime Minister as well as Finance Minister statement that they had till December 30 to so do। okay, so do। okay, देखिए, okay, December Prime Minister, okay, including their faith in the Prime Minister as well as the Finance Minister statement that they had to till उन्होंने 30 दिसंबर तक वो कर सकते हैं। okay, overstretched bankers may or somehow cope with this latest dictate, but implementation is likely to be arbitrary, as each bank's branch may come up with its own ground rules। okay, okay, लेटेस्ट डिक्टेट जो क्या है ना, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जो है इज लाइकली टू बी आर्बिट्ररी, ईच बैंक का जो ब्रांच है कम अप विद इट्स ओन ग्राउंड रूल्स, जस्ट एज दे आर डूइंग इन द केस ऑफ कैश विथड्रॉल लिमिट्स। वो लिमिट्स है तो कैश विथड्रॉल करने का, तो नेवर दिलेस टास्किंग देम टू रिकॉर्ड, okay, tasking them to record and flag for audit purposes, purposes deposits amounting, okay, to just 1.66% of the personal income tax। okay, आपको इनकम टैक्स देना पड़ेगा 1.66%। tax threshold is tenth amount, okay, to outsourcing the tax man's jobs to the banker for no ostensible revenue payoff। Initially, the center said deposits up to 3.5 lakhs up to would not be questioned। okay, कोई भी क्वेश्चन नहीं करेगा। okay, तो but later they held that all deposits could be scrutinized। okay, उसके बाद जो डिपॉजिट करेंगे तो कुछ स्क्रूटनाइज होगा। even though that income tax department, okay, it will struggle to complete security scrutiny of lakhs of accounts, okay, within the legally stipulated, okay, 2 years deadline। okay, the Prime Minister had said exchange limits for old notes, जो exchange कर सकते हैं old notes को, exchange old notes को would be enhanced from November 25। okay, so November 25 okay, old notes would be enhanced from November 25 instead। the exchange facility was stopped altogether। okay, जो stop हो गया है अब by December 10 by December 10 में। okay, reaches to 12.44 crore, okay, and 80% of the old notes, okay, was back in the system, and by December 30 most okay, if not all could well return, perhaps spoked by that prospect. The finance ministry suggested that doubled counting may have skewed the numbers, but bankers have dismissed that possibility. The latest flip-flop to make deposits difficult appears to suggest that the government is itself in panic mode over the bold gambit. Okay. प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना न्यू इनकम टैक्स प्रपोजल यहाँ पर क्या है ना आपको देखिए रिमेनिंग अमाउंट 25% टैक्स इनकम डिक्लेयर्ड 30% 10% surcharge on tax of 30% penalty of income declared 10% amount locked in 4 years 25%. Angela Merkel's challenge. Okay, देखिए এটা একটা নতুন এটা একটা নিউ আর্টিকেল है तो এটা সরি देखिए तो Angela Merkel's challenge. It is hard now to remember a time of when German Chancellor Angela Merkel was not in the thick of a political storm. Okay, तो जर्मन चांसलर है एंजेला मार्केल जो नहीं था जो Merkel was not in the thick of a political storm. उसका थिक नहीं था यूरोप में पॉलिटिकल बारे में कोई होगा. हाउएवर मंडे में उन्होंने किया सस्पेक्टेड टेरर स्ट्राइक इन बर्लिन में जो टेरर स्ट्राइक हुआ था. दैट क्लेम दैट एटलीस्ट 12 लिविंग along with a spate of incidents. Okay, 12 lives वहाँ पर रहते थे. तो in July all with a bearing on Germany liberal immigration policies में जो बिहार कहाँ से आए थे ना जर्मनी का लिबरल इमिग्रेशन पॉलिसी में. present a qualitatively different challenge to Europe's most powerful politician. Okay, present a qualitatively different challenge. Okay, qualitatively जो different challenge है to यूरोप में आया है मोस्ट पावरफुल पॉलिटिशियन एंड एज वी सिक्स इलेक्शन फॉर ए फोर्थ टर्म नेक्स्ट सितंबर. ओके, जो इलेक्शन होगा फोर्थ टर्म में नेक्स्ट सितंबर में. मिस्टर मार्केल्स पॉलिटिकल एंड डिप्लोमेटिक एक्यूमेन मार्केल्स के मिस्टर मार्केल पॉलिटिकल एंड डिप्लोमेटिक एक्यूमेन could be put to the toughest test yet in a world still coming. जो उन्होंने क्या ना जो मिस्टर माइकल जो पॉलिटिकल एंड डिप्लोमेटिक एक्यूमेंट है जो पुट टू द toughest test yet in the world still coming to grips. Okay, with the implementation of Britain's vote to leave the European Union. Okay, पॉलिटिशियन है डिप्लोमेटिक एक्यूमेंट है उन्होंने टचेस्ट टेस्ट किया है क्या ना वर्ल्ड स्टिल कमिंग ग्रीफ्स के अंदर आएगा एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ ब्रिटेन्स वोट के बारे में उन्होंने इम्प्लीमेंट करेगा एवं टू लीव फ्रॉम द यूरोपियन यूनियन जो यूरोपियन यूनियन से बाहर हुआ है एंड यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स का प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन रिजल्ट के बारे में देखेंगे. ओके, ही मेजर अप्रोच टू द डिपेंडिंग डेब्ट क्राइसिस. ओके, in the eurozone. Okay, so her help having pillarized by some of her conservative colleges as indulgence of a profligate Greece. Okay, even the German backed multilateral mission, but the mission that negotiated the bailouts was greeted by Angel Greek. Okay, posters carrying placards. Okay, bearing the swastika. Okay, यहाँ पर देखिए यहाँ पर क्या कहा ना जो डिवाइड क्राइसिस चल रहा है वहाँ पर तो जर्मनी में तो एंड कंजर्वेटिव कॉलेजेस एंड इंक्लूडिंग ऑफ द प्रोफिलिगेट ग्रीस. ओके, तो जर्मन जो बैक्ड जो मल्टीलेटरल जो मिशन है तो वहाँ पर नेगोशिएट हुआ है क्या ना बाइलॉट्स वाज ग्रीटेड बाय एंग्री ग्रीक जो ग्रीक है ग्रीक्स प्रोटेस्टर्स के बारे में बताया. यहाँ पर कैरिंग प्लेकार्ड्स कैरिंग कर रहा था बियरिंग द स्वस्तिका जो बियर कर रहा है सस्तिका को. But the chancellor seen hitherto as caution is if not decisive was spontaneous and firm in her response to the tragic drawing of many Syrian जो है at the height of the refugee crisis में. Okay. Okay, refugee का हो रहा जा रहा है अब वहाँ से in 2015 he her operated open doors policy जो है towards the hundreds of thousands who managed to cross the copy waters of the Mediterranean में. Okay, हर ओपन हार्टेड जो है ओपन डोर्स पॉलिसी है वो टुवर्ड्स हंड्रेड्स ऑफ थाउजेंड्स ऑफ हु मैनेज कर रहा है टू क्रॉस द कॉफी वाटर में से क्रॉप हो रहा है वो क्रॉस हो रहा है ऑफ द मेडिटेरेनियन सी में. तो डिस्क्राइबिंग क्या करना इस्लाम एज इंटीग्रल टू जर्मनी इंटीग्रल हो रहा है जर्मनी में. may have alienated even some of our closest European allies. Okay, जो यूरोपियन से एलाइज से क्लोजेस्ट हो रहा है. ओके, देखिए पैराडॉक्सिकली मिसेस मार्केल्स continued leadership to the 28 nascent European Union seems ever more critical given the rise of xenophobia and anti-immigrant. जो xenophobia जो आ रहा है तो and anti-immigrant जो फोर्स हो रहा है across the continent. Okay, तो matters are not helped by the fluid political scenario. Okay, matter जो है वो not help नहीं कर रहा है but by the fluid political scenario में in the other statutory. Okay, other statutory the other statutory. Okay, which is headed for the presidential election in 2017. The prospects of Mr. Merkel's rallying the forces of the political center at home will depend on her capacity to counter the populist alternatives of her Germany party. Okay, next is to cash in on tragedies such as Berlin attack जो हुआ था at the European and international stage में. There are clear sign of the chancellor's moderate political instincts to uphold the values of the pluralistic democracy underpinned by the rules of law. Okay, in a letter she vote to congratulate Donald Trump and Mrs. Merkel remained unequivocal among the values Germany and the United States shared. Okay, the who wrote were democracy, freedom, see well to as respect for the rules of the law and dignity. Again, each other and every person regardless of their origin, skin color, creed, gender, sexual oriented and political views. It is hardly surprising that Mr. Merkel's views, Mr. Merkel का view क्या होगा, the resonate across the Atlantic Alliance को resonate करेंगे and much beyond. Okay, इसके बाद देखिए गुड सिग्नलिंग. उसके बाद होगा दिलसू खानागार. ओके, दिलसू खानागार. ओके, देखिए दिलसू खानागार के बारे में हमने क्या देखेंगे. देखिए द कन्विक्शन ऑफ द मोहम्मद अहमद सिद्दी बापा बेटर नोन हम उसे जानते हैं क्या एज बेटर नोन एज यासीन भटकल. ओके, अहमद सिद्दीकी बापा को हम जानते हैं क्या, यासीन भटकल एंड फोर अदर मैन फॉर द 2013 टू इयर्स बॉम्बिंग इन हैदराबाद में हो जो बॉम्ब किया था. दिलसू खानगर in the first successful prosecution ever brought against members of the Indian Mujahideen network. Okay. Ever since September 2008 में when political and intelligence service made their initial breakthrough against the group, Trojans of its alleged operatives have been incarcerated in prisons across the country. Some on the basis of evidence that appears persuasive and other to answer charges to that same loss less so. Not one, however, had been convicted for the long-running urban terror campaign that claimed over 200 lives since it began in 1995 until the Dilsu Khanagar judgment on Monday. For all the all that for all the okay for all the okay Dilsu Khan claimed that okay long-running urban terror campaign. Okay, so some of the basic देखिए dozens and allied operations operatives have been incarcerated in prisons across the country. Some of the basis of evidence that appears persuasive that other to answer as charges that seems less so, but one however had been convicted for the long-running urban terror campaign campaign that claimed over 200 lives in it began 1995 until Dilsu Khanagar judgment on Monday. For all the elements जो है of Indian criminal justice system में the police who investigate cases को investigate कर रहा है the lawyers responsible for prosecuting lawyer responsible for prosecuting defending litigants. Okay, and of course you have the judgments. Okay, this out to be a matter of grave concern for citizens. It is even more so if India's criminal justice systems cannot address अगर हमने इंडिया के क्रिमिनल जस्टिस जो अगर एड्रेस नहीं हो रहा है हाई प्रोफाइल टेररिज्म केस में तो what hope is there is of seeing law and order for enforce of is more routine matter. Okay, lessons can usually learn from what went right in Hyderabad. Ever since Siddhi Bapa was held in an intelligence bureau-led operation in 2013, the case was handed over the National Investigation Agency (NIA). This allowed for the Dilsu Nagar investigation to be given the reason it needed. Sometimes something overburdened and under-equipped state policy force often lack. The result was a compelling prosecution case. The fact that NIA cases are hard in special courts में वो hard हो रहा है allowed for the prosecution to proceed relatively rapidly, at least by Indian standard, though it may yet be years before the inevitable deals in the Dilsikar bombing case conclude. This case is an example of things gone right. To conclude that all major cases जो है should be handled by elite agencies like the NIA, though would be to learn the wrong lessons. Okay, the sheer volume of significant counter-terrorism cases nationwide would so simply down any central organization in work. Okay, instead the central and state government need to come up with a roadmap for capacity building in police forces across the country to give them the human resources, training standard and investigative infrastructure that they so desperately needs. There is also a compelling case for better prosecutors and better functioning criminal courts. These issues should be matters for concern for all issues for all, not just criminal defense. A democracy which cannot dispense justice in one that destines all its citizens to live in fear. Okay, देखिए यहाँ पर क्या who is Yasin Bhatkal. Okay, Yasin Bhatkal, 30 years old Indian. Okay, Mujahideen mastermind. Bhatkal's real name is Ahmad Jahar Okay, Ahmad Jawahar Siddi Bappa. Okay. Okay, mastermind Mujahideen Bhatkal. Mujahideen mastermind Bhatkal. Okay. Okay. Used to is as Shahrukh as one of his allies. It is said this created problems for SRK in his overseas travels. Belongs to well-off family in Bhatkal, Karnataka. Family which he failed home in 2006 after a fight. Mm, After a fight grew close to one to Simi, the member Riyaj. Okay, 73 Riyaj Bhatkal and his brother Iqbal believing SIMI to be too soft that the trio broke away to set up Indian Mujahideen with ESI backing. Ex-recruiter and bomb master Yasin and IM operators of India after other leaders of the terror group found safe sanctuary in Pakistan or were eliminated by Indian security agencies. Okay, so यहाँ पर देखिए इसका चेहरा कितना गंदी है. तो how he captured, कैसे हमने उसको पकड़ लिया. तो IB Raw and other एजेंसी जो है हमने पिक्ड अप भटकल फ्रॉम पकोड़ा तो हम पकड़ा नेपाल में हमने उसको पकड़ लिया. ओके. IV was tracking his calls and almost 6 months. Okay. Special terms were camping in Bihar, okay, Dharbanga in some time following his IV raw leads. Okay, the leads nabbed along with another IM terrorist Abdullah Akhtar alias Haddi. Earlier Bhatkal had slept so police injured 6 times in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad and Karnataka, including escaping from the Bhatla house before raid. Okay. उसके बाद देखिए bomb master arrest could waken in terror from within. Okay. 32 years old, also known as Muhammad Siddi Bappa, hails from Bhatkal in Karnataka, arrested after being on the run for even 5 years. Okay, wanted to in a string of terror attacks in Ahmedabad, Surat, Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, and Hyderabad. Also wanted in the German bakery. Okay, Bonato blast. Okay, in Pune in the February 13. Okay, 17 died. So देखिए Yasin Bhatkal, okay, co-founder India Mujahideen along with its friends Raj and Iqbal in 2008. June 2010, EIM was designated a terrorist group by government under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. 2011, US declared IM a terrorist organization. उसके बाद देखिए उसके गुड सिग्नलिंग. ओके, इट इज ए वेलकम साइन. Okay, it is a welcome sign that the Central Board of Trustees of the Employees Provident Fund Organization (EPFO), Employees Provident Fund Organization. Okay, it is a welcome sign that the Central Board of Trustees of the Employees Provident Fund Organization, the social security provider for India's organized sector workforce, cut the interest rate of its fund deposits from 8.8% to 8.65%. Okay, percent for 2016 and 17 तले किया. तो क्या होगा ना, अब देखिए जो गुड सिग्नल, इट इज़ वेलकम दैट द सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ द ट्रस्टीज द एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइडेड फंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने क्या किया ना, सोशल सिक्योरिटी के बारे में इंडिया ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर वर्कफोर्स का काम कर रहे हैं. ओके, तो इंटरेस्ट जो रेट है फंड डिपॉजिट्स के अंदर उसको 8.65 कर दिया गया है इन 2016 and 17 में. Okay, this is an in live line with the broadcast the broader. This is in the line with the broader trend of interest rates moving southwards. Okay, even after the reduction, the new rate of is attractive for the four plus subscribes of the EPF scheme. Okay, the 8.65% return to all return is higher, is also higher than the 6.5% yield to on 10-year government of India bond. Okay, 7.5%. Okay, interest on the 1-year bank deposits or 8% on post offices mediated small savings instruments such as the Public Provident Fund and National Saving Certificates. Factor in the tax-free earnings. Okay, factor in the tax-free earnings on EPF more monies and the effective return on it works out to almost 10%. Okay, quite high for the for a relatively risk free and sovereign backed quasi social security scheme के अंदर. Okay, the Indian economy toward today needs sentiment booster, especially in the wake of the India government decision to withdraw high value notes. Okay, the Indian economy needs क्या sentiments क्या booster economy के especially in the wake of the Indian government decision है withdraw करेगा high value notes को. One of the proposed purported positive benefits of moving to a less cash money economy in the increased flow of funds through banking and channels. Okay, the process may have already started with the increase in the deposits with the banks. Okay, expected to continue ever with after the one-time boost. Okay, due to demonetization. Okay, whereas of this this turn would help lower interest rates in a scenario when loan growth has fallen to a two-decade low. The decision to reduce the rates, reduce करेंगे rates को on the PPF को and other such administered schemes को is important signaling firms as well as households need to be convinced. Okay, also need to be convinced that interest rates जो है are firmly headed downwards and it is worth borrowing to revive spending and investment कर रहे हो हम. Okay, the latest rate reduction is also encouraging because it okay arguably reflects awareness के बारे में reflect कर रहा है among the specialists that the EPFO cannot any longer dip into sources such as it substance क्या कर रहे हैं हम the accounts to keep returns high. Returning last year 8.8% rate would have left the EPFO. Okay, with the deficit of 383 crore. Okay, the 8.65% rate would produce a modest surplus of around 270 crore. It may be premature to read too much into the decision given by that the government was focused to beat a retreat the last time when interest rates were sought to be reduced from 8.8% to 8.7%. Okay, after resistance from trade union, the Congress backed INTUC has indicated. Okay, it's okay. देखिए IMB क्या इंडिकेट कर रहा है. इंडिकेट क्या कर रहा है. ओके, तो इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि इट्स अनहैप्पीनेस एट द decision while the RSS backed BMS has accepted. Okay, the challenge for successive government is to ensure that the returns and provident funds are the true reflectance of the market determined rates without the sovereignty subsiding it's all for a small swath of the country's organization sector. The impact of the EPA for keeping rates too high will not just be on the balance sheet but also the broader economy. Okay, it provides banks and more justification. Okay, इसके बाद हमने 22 दिसंबर का जो एडिटोरियल है उसके बारे में हम डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. ओके, तो देखिए आज का क्या क्या आर्टिकल है. देखिए, डिमोनेटाइजेशन एज अनकाइंड पोस्टस्क्रिप्ट. ओके, तो हमने एंजेला 22 का था. ओके, इसके बाद देखेंगे 21 का क्या था. ओके, डिवीजन अनकाइंड जो हो गया. ओके, ये हो गया है आज का जो एडिटोरियल है. दोनों के बारे में हमने डिस्कस कर लिया. तो so I think it will be help to you for your success. So thank you for listening me. I think it will be help to you. Thank you.